currency is so important that I needed to immediately bring out another video after the currency. This is going to be Metalstorm Tip number 7.5 because it goes hand in hand with the currency. What are you going to use all that currency for? What are you going to use your silver for? Your gold, your ace coins, aka purple diamonds. So just to let you know, there are these things called blueprints. Blueprints will give you a special ability, aka enhance or give additional features to your jet. Now, I'm going to explain to you what some of those blueprints will do because I actually have a bunch of blueprints that are on my aircraft. But you need to know that at least once a month, a blueprint will be available. 4,500, 8,000, 10,000, something like that. That's the reason why I always want you to keep 10,000 in your pocket. And you will sometimes see another sale using your ACE awards. Those ACE awards, they want 500 of those ACE awards. I call them ACE awards, didn't I? ACE coins, the purple diamonds. 500 of those for a blueprint. Blueprints can be stacked. In other words, you have a blueprint that's going to have a special feature of the SU-47. When I got it, it automatically had a feature to do a loop, like a 360-degree loop, so just do a quick spin. The J-35 has Parafire. Parafire is, supposing because I haven't actually put it on my aircraft yet, it's a dual fighter. So instead of you going one rocket, two rockets, you'd go two rockets. And that's a double hit if you can hit that person with both those rockets. The A6 Intruder, one of my favorite heavy vehicles, that thing has a radar jammer. Imagine you flying up as slow as crap. You're flying up as slow as crap, but because everybody on your group is in your inner circle, they and yourself cannot be targeted for a missile. They can't be targeted on certain missiles. Some they can, but most of them, it'll just be a spinning circle like I can't get a lock. I can see you, but I can't get a lock. And it's going to tick off the other team. That's a tactic that you can use to do a wolf pack attack. We're just going to name it wolf pack. Dag nabbit. Another one, the flanker, and it's the first one I have that does this here. It has a healing feature. It's called damage control. Basically, think of Star Wars for a moment when the kid, when Anakin, one of his rocket boosters had broke or whatever, and he basically rerouted the fuel to the other tank or something like that. It's something similar to that. It's basically the ability to do a cockpit repair by moving something around. You don't get into the details of it, but you just hit the freaking button. You only have 3 shots at that. After that 3rd shot, if you haven't found a repair circle yet, you're screwed. Doesn't work that well all the time. And blueprints can be stacked. Because blueprints can be stacked, more than likely with the healing one, the damage control, I'll be able to more than likely get more and more damage repaired. I know for a fact with the intruder, their situation is the length of time that radar is out, it gets longer. So instead of it being for 5 seconds, it'll be for 7 seconds and then 10 seconds. So that's how you can stack those blueprints on top of each other. With the blueprint sales, you're only allowed to get blueprints for something that you have. So you can't purchase blueprints for a craft that you don't have. The more vehicles you have, the more aircraft you have in your hangar, the more of a random way of getting those blueprints. So if you only have a few, you're going to be able to get what you want real fast. But if you have a bunch of aircraft like myself, it's going to take a while, like me in the F-106 Delta Dart. I got the Delta Dart because somebody shot a nuclear device at me and just blew me. I mean, it was like, dude blew me off the atmosphere. I was very, very upset with that. And I was like, you know what? Wait until I get a nuke. I don't even know that guy's name. I don't know his gamer tag or anything like that. I probably can't find him. But you know what? If I ever saw him again, I'm going to nuke him. Because now I got a nuke. And the multiplier on the nuke is it gives you the ability to reload that nuke faster. There's a lot of little tiny rules that's mixed in there, but the blueprints are very important. And like I said in the previous video, you get the ability to add a blueprint at level 8 for that aircraft. And then level 16 for the aircraft, we get into the mods. the mods will be able to give you more of an enhancement that you wouldn't normally have. That healing factor that I was telling you about, that can be added to another vehicle later on after you hit level 16. And again, at level 20. So that's 2 mods and 1 set of blueprints that you can add onto your vehicle, which makes these guys that's been playing this game for a while, who have accumulated so much in-game cash and accumulated so much skills in these newer and older aircraft, that some of these guys they have like godlike fighting powers in the game. But it's only because they have already done all of the work. They've already put those mods on, and there are a handful of people that actually have level 16 and above. Not a lot, but there's a few. How can you tell if somebody used the mod? At the end of the game, and I'm going to show you over here on the screen. At the end of the game, you will be able to get a grid that shows this is alpha and this is beta. Beta is always going to be the bad guys. There's a little button at the bottom of the page, a little arrow. You click on that. Once you click on that arrow, you'll be able to see if anybody had mods installed or blueprints installed. And that's how I found out that that guy actually hit me with a nuke, because when I went in there and I looked to see, and I was like, oh, is that a nuke? Yeah. He hit Don Nuka with a nuke. Because it's my gamer tag name. So the very last thing about blueprints is it's going to cost you some type of in-game currency, aka the silver, or the ace coins to purchase the blueprint. So that's purchasing it. To install it on your aircraft, because you can purchase it and just put it in the background, but to install it on your aircraft is going to cost you some silver. That is all I've got to say about blueprints. And that's the end of Metalstorm Tip number 7.5. This is just about the blueprints. I hope that actually helps you guys and gals and everybody else in between on playing the game. And I'll catch you in the game flying. I hope you're on my team. What was it saying? I was working on this saying with one of my ex-coworkers. If it flies, it dies. I don't care who cries.